So this is chain rule. All it means is you unravel something chain by chain, step by step. You already do chain rule, to be honest with you. You just probably haven't realized you're doing chain rule. So when I'm differentiating this, the key thing is you treat all this block as one. Okay, so if I had this, for instance, I was doing that, I could rewrite this and say, well, that's the same as y equals u to the 7. I'm just putting it out there, this is kind of how it works. So literally, what you've done is, if you call this u, and if I say dy, if y equals u to the 7, and if I say dy du, you'll get, take the power down, and then take 1 off the power. Okay? And then, what you then do is, you then go and differentiate what is u. Well, you labeled this bracket as u is equal to 3x squared plus 5x plus 2. And what you do is, you now differentiate that bracket, which you have been doing. Take the power down, that's 6, take 1 off the power, plus, take the power down, 5, and that constant goes. Now this is where the magic happens, because you want dy dx, you've got dy du, and you've also got du by dx. And the beauty of what happens here is du's cancel, and you end up with dy dx, what you wanted. So what you've done here is, if I got this and multiply it by that, my dy dx becomes 7u to the 6 multiplied by 6x plus 5, and don't forget to put brackets around all that. Now, what's wrong with this at the moment? Anybody tell me what's wrong with this at the moment? Because that is the answer, but it's not the full answer that we want to see. What is wrong with that? Anybody? Yeah, go on. Yeah, it's got the u there. It's got the u there, and you can't write u in there because you want it dy dx. So all you got to go back and say, what is u? And just put that back in. So that will be 7 bracket u is 3x squared plus 5x plus 2. That's what u is. Close the bracket, put it to the power of 6, open bracket, 6x plus 5. I won't start doing any fancy business and start multiplying things out. Factorize is fine. If you leave it like that, it is fine. Okay? Don't go around showing me how to expand. This is a beautiful way of writing things. It's the same thing. So you're not going to get any extra marks, and plus you might make a mistake in the process, because I always do. Now, the same thing here. Now, you don't need to write it out explicitly like this. In fact, I will advise you not to, because you can just do it really in your head once you get used to it. I'm just showing you the process. If you was to do this, I would just do dy dx, and all I would do is sine. When I differentiate, sine goes to cos, so that will equal cos 3x. And then I say to myself, what is the differential of this bracket? Well, the differential of 3x is just 3. And that is it. All I need to do is write that down in a nice way. So bring the constant at the front. We'll do that in a separate color so that it doesn't mix up with that. So that will be 3 cos 3x. Job done. Okay. Now same with this. When you're differentiating this, if I went dy dx, I'll just, well, first of all, exponentials, when you differentiate them, stay the same, so that's going to stay as e to the x squared. Now, I grab this, which is like the bracket that I treated, hence the u. I differentiate that with respect to x. Differentiate of x squared is take the power down to 1 power, it's just 2x. So I multiply that by 2x, and then I just write it a bit more simpler, put the 2x there, dot, if you want to put dot means times x, e to the power x squared. Job done.